How's it going, guys? Nintendo Enthusiast here with the Game Awards right around the corner. I wanted to do a video focusing on what I think we're going to see from Nintendo specifically at this event. Now, Nintendo has typically made an appearance at the show. We've gotten announcements like Bayonetta 3 and Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3 in the past, and I think we're probably going to see something Nintendo related this year as well. Now, I have a short list of predictions of things that I would love to see in the Game Awards 2020, and without further ado, let's just jump right in. I'm going to start with the big guns. Breath of the Wild 2 gets a full gameplay reveal during this show. With The Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary coming next year, I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo had a Zelda collection planned for the first half of 2021 and then goes out with a bang around Christmas time 2021 with Breath of the Wild 2. Now, obviously that won't be the actual name of the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get a name reveal for this game if it is showed off during the Game Awards. I think if the game is slated for holiday 2021, then giving us a tease this year and then a full rollout next year around E3 time would be the best way to get people hyped up. Next up, Metroid. But what will we actually see from this series? We know Metroid's 35th anniversary is also next year, so I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo has that long-rumored Metroid Prime trilogy coming to Switch. We know that the Switch is great at emulating GameCube games thanks to Mario's 3D collection, including Sunshine. So it's possible that we just get a simple up-res job of the original trilogy on Switch. Now, I personally would love to see a full refresh of these games with a fresh coat of paint on them, maybe a few quality of life changes, and just overall enhancements to the games. But would it actually be worth it for Nintendo to go that far and make this an amazing collection? Probably not. Metroid just isn't a very popular series overall. However, that didn't stop Nintendo from making a new iteration in the series, Metroid Prime 4, which was originally revealed years back before it was announced in January of 2019 that they had actually restarted development from scratch with Retro Studios, the developer of the original Metroid Prime trilogy. Which makes sense. Why weren't they the ones making it in the first place? I'm not sure. But with that game restarting development in 2019, I highly doubt it's ready to release in 2021, but hell, maybe we'll get a tease at the Game Awards. Lots of games tend to get shown years before they actually come out, so even if the game is scheduled for 2022, I'm sure getting a little tease during the Game Awards would make everybody happy. Speaking of games getting teased way too early, Bayonetta 3 was revealed 3 years ago at the Game Awards in 2017, and we haven't seen anything else on the game ever since. The developer, Platinum Games, has given us a few little tidbits about development, saying that things are going smoothly, which is a bit surprising considering that the game was revealed 3 years ago and we haven't seen anything else. My hope is that maybe development of the game got a little bit more ambitious, so they decided to extend development of the game to make it something truly special, just like the first two games were in the series. Since the game was revealed 3 years ago at the Game Awards, I wouldn't be surprised if we finally get a full reveal in a couple days at the Game Awards as well. This is definitely one of my most anticipated Switch games. I cannot wait to see what it looks like. Bayonetta 2 is like a 10 out of 10 game to me, so I really can't wait to see what Platinum Games is up to with this sequel. And with the Switch being so much more popular than the Wii U was, I wouldn't be surprised if Bayonetta 3 is a big hit on Switch, and not just critically, but financially as well. I mean, hell, a brand new IP like Astral Chain actually sold over 1 million copies, so I can't imagine what an established, well-received, and well-known franchise like Bayonetta will do on Switch. Anyway, the one teaser trailer they gave us for Bayonetta was really strange. We saw Bayonetta actually fall and die in the trailer, it seems, so I'm really interested to see what that means for the story, if we're going to be playing as another character possibly. I'm really excited. Now, this next one is sort of a pie-in-the-sky prediction, but I figured I would throw it out there. Everyone has been waiting and waiting for more consoles to get added to Nintendo's online subscription service. We got NES games, we got SNES games, but where are those Nintendo 64 games? Once again, we know the Switch can run N64 games on an emulator, just like we saw in Super Mario 3D All-Stars with Super Mario 64. So I would be so happy if they added the N64 to this subscription. I would love to jump back into some N64 classics like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Donkey Kong 64, Pokemon Snap, Diddy Kong Racing, Wave Race 64, Pokemon Stadium. There are so many games on N64 that I adore, and I just really hope they bring these games to the subscription. Like I said, this is more of a pie-in-the-sky prediction because it seems unlikely. I don't know, it just seems like Nintendo doesn't care about its online subscription that much. I'm gonna throw in a few quick ones real fast that I don't have much to elaborate on with, and one of them is getting a stealth drop of World War Z on Nintendo Switch. I thought World War Z was pretty fun on PlayStation 4, but it really shines when you're playing with friends. This game has tons of enemies on screen at once, so I'll be very interested to see how it runs on Nintendo Switch. I never thought this game would make it to Switch because of that reason alone. Seriously, it's like hundreds of enemies at the same time, but hopefully they can pull it off. Next up, I think we might see a port of Xenoblade Chronicles X on Nintendo Switch. We've gotten almost every major Wii U game ported to Switch over the last few years, so they might as well just bring over the remaining few, and then I guess everyone can pretend like the Wii U never existed? It seems kinda harsh, but yeah, I think we're gonna get this ported to Switch sooner or later. It's one of the few big games that haven't been ported. Now this next one has been swirling around the internet because recently Kratos was announced for Fortnite, and as a person who hasn't even touched Fortnite in years, I still think it's really cool to see that character in the game and playable on Nintendo Switch and Xbox. There were some data miners that also discovered that Master Chief might be coming to the game as well, and the fact that we might be seeing Master Chief and Kratos in the same game is pretty crazy to me. Fortnite was really the driving force behind crossplay between Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation, so my last prediction is we will probably get a Nintendo character in Fortnite as well, which would be a really big deal because, like I said, Kratos is playable on Switch, so that means if Nintendo brought in a character like Samus or Fox or Mario, which would probably look weird because his proportions are very different from a normal human's, I assume they would have to be playable on Xbox and PlayStation like Master Chief and Kratos are. So that would be really surprising if Nintendo did that, but I'm gonna go ahead and predict it because, like I said, Fortnite has been this driving force of bringing companies together, and honestly, I think that's really cool. I have no interest in playing Fortnite, I'm not into the genre, but it would be really cool to see a mascot from all three console manufacturers in one game. That's all I have to say today, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. What are your predictions for the Game Awards happening December 10th? I'm actually really excited for the Game Awards. I know a lot of YouTubers, they like to trash on it, say it's stupid, say it's all marketing. I don't really care. I just like the announcements. I just like seeing the new game trailers. That's the best part. I get so excited like a little kid on Christmas when it comes to this kind of stuff, and I'm really hoping we see some awesome Nintendo announcements. And I guess I'll throw in here that I would love to see Xbox show off Hellblade 2 gameplay. Really looking forward to that. And from PlayStation, I would love to get a release date for Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. That game looks absolutely awesome. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, hit that thumbs down. And if you're feeling really generous, hit that subscribe button and maybe even that notifications bell. I will talk to you guys later. See you.